Hi, Lee Phillips here. I want to talk about how to take a distribution out of a corporation or an LLC. The word distribution implies, pretty much says, that we are dealing with a subchapter S entity. That's an LLC taxed under subchapter S of the IRS code, or a corporation taxed under subchapter S of the IRS code. Everybody calls that a subchapter S corporation. And they confuse it a lot, and they say that I have a subchapter S corporation LLC. No, you have an LLC taxed under subchapter S. If it's taxed under chapter C, and you can either have a corporation or an LLC taxed under chapter C, then you don't pay a distribution, you pay a dividend. Big difference. Double taxation, bad news. But let's go back and look at the distribution. The advantage is, and we've got other YouTubes on this, if I send a distribution to myself out of the LLC, then on that I do not have to pay any self-employment, FICA, FUTA, any of that crap. Saves me, what, 15.3% now, I think it is. So it saves me a chunk of tax. The law says that I have to give myself a reasonable salary under subchapter S. What's a reasonable salary? We've talked about that before, but it's basically what somebody else doing that job would earn. And you can cut it a little low if you want, because if you leave profit in the company and don't pay it all out in salary, then you distribute it. And that distribution automatically saves you 15.3% today. And that'll go up here shortly, but anyway, it saves you what I call the social taxes. So people do the distribution all the time. They'll often take their company credit card and they'll buy all of the stuff on it, and there'll be a bunch of personal stuff that they're buying on the company credit card. And then at the end of the month, they say, well, let's just give that to ourselves as a distribution. I don't like that. The IRS doesn't like that. It doesn't look good. So what you really need to do is not make these random, quote, distributions, but you take your salary, you get it every month, and then quarterly or semi-annually or annually, you distribute the profit or a chunk of the profit out to yourself. So take a lower salary, reasonable, and then distribute the rest. But it usually isn't done on a weekly, a monthly. You don't distribute at the same time you pay your payroll, for example. It just doesn't look right. It looks like you're using it for payroll. And if you look like you're using it for payroll and you're using it for payroll and maybe the IRS says, well, that's not a distribution, that's really payroll. Or you're using it just to write off the things that are personal that you've charged against your company, that's not distribution. Distribution is a set amount, and it comes periodically, quarterly, semi-annually, annually usually, and you just get that set amount. At the end of the year, if you want to take extra money out of the company, we've been very profitable this year, we want to take some more money out. Fine, take the money out and get a bigger distribution at the end of the year. But you've gotten your salary monthly, weekly, whatever it is as you go along, and then you've gotten these periodic distributions. When you charge your personal stuff on your business card, you need to write a check and reimburse the company. Just like you'd write a check and reimburse the big company, the IBMs, or whoever it was you were working for. So keep it straight, keep it clean. The IRS is going to be a lot happier, and you're going to be a lot happier. Don't forget to subscribe. In fact, tell your buddies, your friends. You have friends? Tell your friends about the videos here, because they're quite helpful to a lot of people. I have a lot of people say, these are great, we love them, let's get it done. Now, we do have tax summits every once in a while. Check in on those. Maybe we can put up a calendar of what they're doing. So pay attention. Don't just take random money out as distributions, but take it out as set amounts. And it doesn't matter whether you've got an LLC company structure or a corporation company structure. These distribution things are under subchapter S of the IRS code. Lee Phillips talking about, hey, distributions. Distribute more to me. I like it.